It's funny because I was carrying my ID too.
You were carrying your ID too?
But mine was in case I died and then he identified me.
Oh my God.
Well,
So be prepared.
He's not gonna have it on you.
Because he was making fun of me because like, oh, you have your little armband thing on. Because remember I was carrying my phone on it.
You had your knees wrapped up. You had your arm. You look like Iron Man, bro.
Hey, bro, I was ready. I didn't come to play, bro. No, I had my ID in there and I had my phone in there and I was like, cool, in case I pass out, they can identify me, know who to call. Had Robert's number right there written down. Call this guy. I was good.
Emergency.
Yeah, he's the local person right here.
You
so.
gotta call me. I'll go look for you, dog. Hey, what's up, Savages? Welcome back. We just finished Run Through the Pines run, and we're gonna dock out the podcast. As you guys can see, we got a full squad right here. We're gonna have to be sharing mics.
Full house.
But down at the end, we got Lupe.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, everyone? We got the Savage 7 here.
Yes, sir. We got Martin,
Tracy,
his fiance Tracy, right here, Robert,
MV,
Sunshine.
And Sabrina.
Yeah, so we all just knocked it out, and we're gonna. Oh shit, they're moving. The phones are moving, but it's all right. And we're gonna talk about the run. So, some of us, it was our first run. Some of us, we've done a couple. So, what do you guys think? Well, first of all, we gotta say, Tracy knocked it out. She put us on the map. Right, you know what I'm saying? You guys give us a like for that.
Yeah.
Show us that gold medal.
Yeah, she had a
First place.
Right.
Okay, 10K.
10K.
So how was it? How many runs have you done? If any, do you have any background? Is your first one?
I have a background in running. I haven't ran a race since about 2013, and I don't think I've ever competed in a 10K race, a community 10K race. I used to run in college. I used to compete, and after that,
It was more like track, right?
Track and cross country.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't really trained like I used to, and I mean, I haven't competed in a community race since about 2013. So he signed me up for the 10K. I was like,
hey, if you guys want any questions too, you guys jump in. If you guys want to say anything too, you know.
So
don't be quiet over there, Lupe.
So
I like to talk.
We've been training like a couple times a week, maybe like 2 miles, 3 miles, like maybe about 5 or 6 miles a week, which is not much.
Yeah.
Not much at all. And I was just like, okay, well, I'll just do it and try and have fun with it. I'm as ready as I can be for, being unprepared. So no excuses. Let's just go. And
you did great.
Thank you. I surprised myself because I was counting like the females that were running, and I was like, okay, here. I was like, they're probably, maybe I'm like 7th, 8th,
Yeah.
8th female.
Trying to judge where you're at.
Yeah. But there was a couple of people I was motivating along the way because they started walking, and I was kind of like, hey, come on, let's go. But one thing I can say is, as in the words of Confucius, it doesn't matter how slow you go, so long as you do not stop. Even if you're going like really slow, because there was a point where I was just like, I probably could have walked
turtle.
faster.
You feel like a turtle. Yeah, you feel like a turtle.
It was tough. It was definitely challenging. For me, the things that I feel like you have to prepare is you have to prepare your mind, you have to prepare your body, and you have to prepare your spirit. Because your mind will put you into a perspective and put you in a place where you're like, okay, let's go do this. Your body will, take you where you need to go. Like, okay, well,
I think it'll take you to wherever your mind is at. Like if your mind says go, 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 then your body, like, you force it.
And then
that's like when I see Martin, you know what I mean? Like your mind's telling your body like, fuck, I'm done. But then sometimes you need somebody, or like sometimes your mind's like, okay, gets a little like wake up, and then let's go. Your body was good the whole time. Yeah. Nothing happened, nothing changed with your body. Yeah, but you're not the one that surprised yourself, right? I think a couple other people surprised themselves too.
Yeah.
But when we were training, snaps, sliding back.
One thing I will say, preparing your spirit will carry you. So whatever you believe in, the creation, power of God, Jesus, it's preparing yourself spiritually. It will carry you through the struggles and the tribulations that you will go through, no matter what, not just physical running. It's through anything, whatever you're trying to get yourself through.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like when we were preparing for, doing a little bit of training, there was moments where I would want to stop, and we're running around the block a couple times, and I want to stop. I'm like, she's a little ahead of me, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna walk a little. She's like, don't stop. She goes, just run slower.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro. Like, so like, it's just that extra motivation. You know what I mean? And
Somebody holding you accountable.
right. So it helped me like prepared for a day like today. Because I came into it a little nervous because I felt a little unprepared, but I've been training. I've been, a little bit here and there. And I was just like, okay, I know I can do the first half. Like, no problem. First half, no problem. I said, I got to figure out how in the heck I'm going to finish that second half. Man.
Yeah.
That extra, the extra 3 miles. So, but yeah, she's right, man. Mindset and everything. I had a little sticker of my dad, a little picture of him. And I tagged him on me. So, what was funny, after the race, since I was all sweaty and I threw water in my head a couple times, my shirt was wet. So then when I looked down, that picture was on my medal, like right here on the strap of the medal.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow. Like he like stayed on and he's like on my medal, like, you know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. And just pushing through. So I appreciate you too coming, at the end there,
Yeah, hell yeah.
giving me that extra boost because I was giving out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew we were coming towards the end.
It's for, like I said, fourth quarter, dog. You
Yeah.
got to keep that same energy,
Yeah.
homie.
I didn't see you the whole run.
You know
and
what I'm
he
saying?
comes at the very end. He's
Yeah.
like, fourth quarter, let's keep
Let's
pushing.
go, dog.
Yeah, man. So
What about
that
you
was-
guys? What about you guys? How you guys over here? Have you guys done one before?
No, that was my first one, and at first it was really,
Yeah.
really. I was excited, but I was sad at the same time because I really wanted to run.
Yeah.
I was not able to run it because I had surgery. We're gonna talk about that later, but I had surgery, so I couldn't run it, and I was kind of sad about it. But I was excited at the same time because I really want to experience this for the first time, and I really liked it. I think that now I have an idea of what to expect next time, and for sure I want to sign up for another one. I want to prepare to train better. So I liked it. I had fun, and it was exciting as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, it could be like intimidating, but once you get here, it's like everybody's cool. Everybody's here for the same thing, for the same purpose. You know what I mean? Yeah. What about you guys?
Yeah, that's probably something like you just said. Like you kind of get nervous because same thing. I wanted to do a little bit of training before, so I was running with my son, and we started just at the mile, and then you gave us the advice. That's good to run a mile, but you're running 3 miles, so you're gonna have to push yourself a little bit further. And so it was just those little steps, and then running with you on Thursdays really.
Mom, can you put it a little bit closer, maybe?
It really helped a lot
There you
because
go.
it kind of like it got my body used to a mile's cool and stuff, but I'm having to run 3, so I have to get ready. Like you said, mind, body, and spirit too. You got to keep pushing because you do want to stop. And having that accountability partner was really cool. So when I came to today, I had this mindset. I was going to have my son with me, my running buddy. He's been training with me, and he couldn't make it. So it was like, everything in me wanted to back out now because he was like, I guess my little security blanket, I guess. And then all these people out here, and you start to kind of go through that mindset where you compare. Am I going to keep up with this person? There's so many different types of people, and they're running faster than me. But then I had to remember, like Vivi said, you're not comparing yourself to other people. You're just getting better each time you do it. Mm-hmm. So I signed up for 2 races before, and I didn't run them. So this was the one that I actually committed to and saw through. And a lot of that is to do with, my husband pushing me and you guys keeping me accountable. Like, you're going to be there, right? Hey, it's 5:30 in the morning. Are you up? And I'm like, unfortunately, yes. So, it was crazy. It was challenging. But like you said, it got me excited to try another one so I could do better, So now that's kind of in there. It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes kind of addictive in a sense,
I know.
but
What did you
positive,
do? What did
but
you
in a
do to me?
positive way. You know what I mean?
for sure.
Then my mom couldn't run it this time, but she was still there on the sideline supporting us.
That was
You know
cool
what I mean?
too, having you guys at the end to run too, because same thing, you just are like, I'll just walk the finish line, whatever. But you guys are there recording and cheering and encouraging, and it's like, okay, I do.
I got to finish strong. That's how I thought too.
Yes.
Like I got to finish strong, like
Yep.
head up. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go dragging my feet. Like nah, I'm gonna gas out everything I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a couple other people too that ran in with us. My cousin Tim, but he had to leave before he could do the podcast. And then some people couldn't make it too. Unfortunately, some people, you know what I mean, they just couldn't make it.
Tim came out a long way, right? He lives
Yeah,
Orange County,
he has a
LA
long
area.
drive. Yeah, he has a long drive.
So we appreciate him, coming out and supporting us and being out here together as a team.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So
What about you, bro?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, dude, that thing was killer, bro.
How did you prepare?
I was running. I've been running. I was talking to Tim. He's like, "When's the last time we ran?" I was like, "The last like a long mile was, I think it was like 3 miles, about." And then that was last Saturday. So I was like, and then after that, I was just doing half miles, on the treadmill, a mile. So I think it was brutal. After mile 3, dude, I was like, I'm done. I was
Well,
like, I can't.
because that's what you anticipated too.
So I came in for the 3 mile, and I was voluntold to do the 6. So
Voluntold. I like that.
Yeah. So I was like,
that term
cool, man.
right
I was
there.
like, cool. So I mean,
Somebody didn't get the memo on that one.
yeah.
We voluntold Sabrina, but
Yeah,
she
the
didn't.
memo came. I just didn't open it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get a choice. Like I said, it was just here's your paper here. You're doing the 10K. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So like I said, after mile 3, it was tough. I ran into this lady. I think I was telling you. She's like, she came out of nowhere. She's like, are you used to the elevations out here? And I was like, no. She's like, I'll pray for you, okay? And then she just took off. And I was like, dude. And this lady was like, I want to say maybe 50 in her 50s, easy. And I was like, damn. She for sure has to run.
Bro, it's humbling because you see older people and you see younger, like you see little kids or you see teenagers, and you're just like, especially I think older people. For me, it's just like, dude, they're passing me up and they're like going. Little old people just moving, and it's like you're struggling.
And it looks like they're not moving, but
they're going ahead of you. They're going further than you, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I mean, it was tough.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I'll do it again whenever there's another one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Would you do
5 or
$10K?
10?
Probably. I mean, I already did the 10, so I mean.
There you go. That's your bait. That's your standard, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it was tough. Like I said, I think I gotta get different running shoes, but I mean, it was definitely humbling and tiring. He had to come and save me the last quarter mile. He's like, "Where you at?" I was, "I'm over here." He's like, I just saw him. He's over here laughing, smiling. I was like, "Dude, I'm over here dying."
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Well, fucking running. What does it look like I'm doing?" But I guess it wouldn't look
It
like I was running.
doesn't look like you're running.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, no, pick it up. Pick it up.
Yeah, so but
Leave no savage behind, dog. We had to finish.
So, and then what was the last like little lap we have that they had there? He's like, "Just gas out, bro, gas out." So I was like, "All right." So, I mean, I kind of try to sprint the most I could, but yeah, it's totally different. Yeah,
We're gonna work towards that marathon, dog. 26 miles.
I didn't know about that one. So right now, cool.
Right? What do you think?
About the 26 miles? Eventually, yeah.
Sabrina too.
Yes. Eventually.
No, the mic is broken over there.
I think so. No, like the distant future,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Why not 5 years from now? You know what I mean? You could set
It'd
a
be the
long-term goal.
Yeah.
You could set a
It'd be
long-term.
unreal. That would probably be a goal that is like, if I actually was able to do it, like mind.
You can. You are able to
For
do it.
sure. Yeah. You're right.
You gotta watch your words.
You're right.
You know.
You're right. That's true.
What about like a shorter goal? Like maybe not
Half, you
maybe
could do
next
half.
time
I'm
doing
saying like working up to it for sure.
doing a 10K maybe
yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. What about you guys?
Well, just thinking about it all, you said that the lady was just like, "Oh, the elevation, I'll pray for you," and she like took off. The elevation we're up, against from down there. It was 4,560 about.
I felt it.
Which to me, I'm
felt it.
like, oh, okay, 6 miles. I mean, I know that even going down 4,500, going down to a lower elevation, 6 miles is still going to be challenging because you're like, this is race mode.
Yeah.
You're like, I got to try and push through this. And then having other people, pass you up. It's like, okay, that's okay. Because it's for you. The race is for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's not, it's more of like, I'm competing with myself. I just need to make it to the end.
For sure. Yes.
Because, man, mile 3 and mile 6 was
sometimes
the
you-
inclines
brutal.
popped out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They said go, and I was like, okay. And then the first thing we did was hit a hill.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. no. Is it too late to turn around? But, we did it. So that was cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then even another 5K, but you could do try to beat your time too.
Exactly.
That's like a short-term goal too.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that 5Ks and 10Ks are like all the time. Like you'd be surprised how often they are everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably do one for fun, Lupe.
Yeah.
Just randomly, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah. No, like I said, I'm down. I'm game. Like I said, we already got through the gate, right? So
That's the thing, dog. Once you start opening doors like that in your mind, you can't close it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what you know what I mean? You push past that barrier is no longer there.
Yeah.
And also doing like, if you throw in a couple 5Ks to prepare for a 10K, it's like a speed
It's a
workout.
warm-up.
Yeah.
It's like a speed workout, and then that way when you do the 10K, you'll be like, oh man, that really wasn't as bad, and then it'll make you faster at your 10K because you're training for 5K. It's more of a speed work.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that's what we were doing. I feel like, we're doing our 3 mile runs at nighttime, and like driving up here this morning, man, I was quiet. I was quiet. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get in the zone. Like, I'm trying to fix
Mentally
my mindset.
prepare yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to figure out how to do this. Like that second half, it was freaking me out a little bit, because we were trained doing 3 miles, and I get tired.
But you know what, bro? Honestly, that feeling, you got to remind yourself, that reminds you you're alive.
Yeah.
Because we go through work, we go through the fucking week. It's like a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
So certain shit like that reminds you you're alive, bro.
Absolutely.
That's what living is.
Yeah.
Some people go through life, but they're already living like they're in their fucking 60s or 80s.
Right.
Because they don't have that. They don't have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So speaking of people in 60s and in your 80s, like you said, there was an older lady, and specifically, and an older man, specifically, that I was kind of running with, and next thing you know, they passed me up. And I'm like, this is crazy, bro. Like, they're like, I'm like, they're like 70, and they're in their 70s, maybe late 60s. I'm like, I definitely want to be that when I'm that age. I mean, I want to still be out here, still pushing. I mean, God bless them. You know what I mean? Yeah. They got their health together. They got themselves together, bro. So
They make it look easy.
Yeah, definitely goes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How about yourself, man?
What do you mean?
I mean, well, I appreciate you kicking my ass there at the end, helping me out.
Yeah, so for me, I just try to pace myself the whole time because I was worried too about the incline.
Yeah.
The incline, the elevation, I was worried about that. Mentally, I was pretty good. Just worried about that, keeping a solid, consistent pace.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not running too slow, too fast, even up the hills. Try to keep a consistent pace.
Yeah.
And I told myself, I run into anybody, I got to keep the same. I got to hype them up and go. You know what I mean? Make sure they fucking tag them along.
Because I was surprised that I was ahead of you and Tim the whole time.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep up with her, and then I lost her. At first I had like a visual on her, and then she just took off.
Well, yeah, and then me and Tim were running together too, and probably about a mile and a half. I don't know what happened with him, if he was messing with the shoes or something, and I kind of just kept going. I thought he was behind me, and I didn't hear the music no more. He had a speaker, so I just kept going, and then I think he caught up a little bit because I could hear the music, but not. I was still like some space between us, so we're all kind of doing in our own. You know what I mean? And I think that's like life too. Like, it's cool to have a partner to run with, but like Sabrina, she had somebody that she expected to run with, but sometimes it's just you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you got to
for
be
sure.
you got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
Mentally prepared. What about you, V?
Well, I think that for me, something that helped me as well is, and that I think that is also very important, is the people that you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Because I see myself like 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and I don't see me doing any of this. And I feel like the people that I used to hang out with, I don't see them doing this too either. So since I met you, you were the one who told me about it, and I was kind of like, I don't know, because I never done it before, but I really wanted to try it. And then I was training, but then the surgery happened. But I'm really excited about it. I really liked it, and I don't know. I feel I enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the Savage Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Glad
sure.
to have you on.
Yeah.
She has a hell of a story. If no one knows her story yet, go back a couple episodes, and that was a great podcast.
It was.
What would you got to say to somebody, Sabrina, that thinks that they can't do it, or thinks that that's not for me? I can't do that. I'm not a runner.
You know, it's crazy. Like, this seems like such a cheesy thing, but whether you think you can or you can't, it's true, right? And so I would think that was so cheesy, but it's
Because
really,
did you tell
really
yourself that
true.
before? Like, did you tell yourself?
Oh, absolutely. I was like, okay. And then what I was trying to do was trying to convince myself, like, okay, Sabrina, you can sign up for this, and then if you don't finish, no big deal. Who cares? You sign up for another one. At least you showed up. Right? Just sign up for another one and try to run faster. And so I was lowering my bar so that I could find it acceptable, basically, to fail. I was like, I don't want to fail, so let me lower my bar. That way I feel like I'm excited. And that was, I think, just like really terrible and kind of like breaking me down. And so I really did want to stop a lot. So I did have to have people around me to be like, no, like you can go. And for some people, they're like, oh, 3 miles, what's the big deal? You know, but I don't have a running background. I played softball, 60-foot bases, get there, stop, I'm done. You know, anything further than that, why? And then you pay to run? What the heck? But it was like, yeah, it's just one of those things you just have to show up. And then, like you said, surround yourself with people that are going to hold you accountable. And then even when you think you can't do it, just hit the finish line. Because now that it's done and it's over with, I feel like I have the energy. I'm like, okay, let's do another one.
You get like mentally dopamine release. You're like, you know, you get a reward.
Yeah.
Mentally, you're rewarding yourself.
And then look at your group growing. Like, and that's something I noticed too, is after I ran, I immediately was like, who can I bring to do this with me? Not to be my comfort anymore, but just so they could experience it.
Yeah.
And so I think that was really cool. Whether you think you can or you can't, just do it anyways and prove to yourself that you can.
Because you don't know what you could do until you actually,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You've been saying that, you know? So it was cool to actually see it come to life.
To experience it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats too, because it wasn't an easy run. You know, it was like
For Lupe, it was easy.
The first 3 miles. After that, no.
You know, some of us did a 5K, some of us did a 10K, but it's not like flat land. It was up hills, down hills, elevation. You know, so it definitely wasn't easy.
Yeah.
So
Even for me that I just walked it, I felt the elevation. So
Yeah.
I was thinking about you guys. I was like, okay, they're really killing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people underestimate walking too. You know what I mean? Walking for long distance. After a while, you do get tired, and you do want to like, okay, I need a break. It's you know what I mean. You think walking, oh, it's nothing, but no. When you're walking up and down, you know what I mean. It is hard.
Yeah.
and I like what you said too about like the group growing. You know, and that was our intention starting out is who can we help out? You know what I mean? Get out of their comfort zone, help them push through limits that they didn't believe themselves, you know, hitting at first. Because sometimes we're our worst enemies, right? We're our biggest critic. We're like, oh, I can't do that. It's too hard. And then you got people next to you kind of like giving you that shoulder to lean on and like, hey, it's okay. You don't have to do that. Like, just stay home today. You know what I mean? Like, why do you got to wake up early? Like, why do you got to, again? Like, you're like, yeah, again. You know what I mean? Like, this doing it for me. So like I came in too with a goal. I had told her, I was like, as long as I finish, I was upset coming into it because I was like, I already felt like I wasn't going to get first, second, or third. Because there's some good real runners out here, right? There's a lot of competition, and I don't like losing. But I was like, damn, I'm not gonna get first, second, or third probably. I said, but you know what? Whatever. I said, as long as I finish like under an hour, I said that's my goal. I was like, as long as I finish within
And we're right there, bro.
We're right
59.
58, 59.
So you hit it.
Yeah, we're
That's
right
great.
there.
Yeah. So you know, sometimes you just got to set a goal for yourself, not to compete with others.
That's why I don't even like when they say 5K race.
Yeah.
For me, because I don't look at it. For me, I don't look at it as a race. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that they don't look at it as a race. It's more like a community of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Runners.
Huh?
There's a community of runners. Like,
Yeah,
people
bro.
like
Yeah,
running.
there is like it's cool to compete.
Yeah.
I'm competitive as fuck, right? But like she said, it's competing with yourself. And at the same time, pushing yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like you versus you. It's you and you.
Yeah.
You know?
Same.
I was just thinking about the whole training process and the race. When you're training for anything, you want to try and train the same time every single day. And that'll prepare your body for the competition. Like I told him, I was like, we need to start running in the morning because we run so late at night and we haven't been running in the morning at all. It's just, we just go at 9 o'clock at night and do little 30 minutes or whatever. And then, okay, let's go. But if you train at like 6 or early in the morning, do your run in the morning because the races are always in the morning. Your body will be more
Conditioned to it.
more prepared, like more ready. It's like, okay, my body feels ready to run. I'm ready to go. Than doing it in the afternoon and then
Yeah, you definitely switch the
Yeah.
schedule. Yeah, because
Yeah,
you get that makes sense.
Because we're doing it after a long day of work, you know what I mean? You're already mentally drained, you're already physically drained, and it's like the final push. So now doing it in the morning, it definitely made a big difference.
So, what do you guys think to people? I think if they want to do it, I don't know. I think the kind of the first step is like to sign up, because then once you sign up, you kind of have to start running. You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, I mean, unless you're me,
Kind of.
sign
That's
up
your Sabrina.
twice and then and then. show
well,
up
yeah,
on
but
the
you
third
still
one.
got there.
You're right.
Because then if it's like, oh, I'm gonna train and then I'm gonna sign up, most people are never gonna get to the training.
Yeah.
But for me, like the Spartan I got coming up, that keeps me training too, because I'm like, shit, this day I got that event going on. The same with this race. I got to keep running because that event.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got a day I got to go.
Yeah. You made that commitment.
You know what I mean? Once you committed, it's like, okay, I'm putting in the work, but so I don't suffer that day. I'd rather suffer right now a little bit every single day than come here and really suffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, when he mentioned, he's like, oh yeah, Robert's gonna do a run in Crestline, a race, and I was like, oh cool. He's like, I'm gonna sign us up, and I'm like, like me, and I'm like,
What is that called? What you said?
Voluntold.
That shit.
You're voluntold.
and I was like, okay, I was like, I guess I got to start training because I used to run competitively. It was like a big deal to me, but we got so much going on that I was like, oh, as long as I get a little bit in, maybe I'll just be able to. And then he was just like, oh, okay, I'm signing us up for a 10K. And I was like,
Take it
I was
one
like,
step
a
further.
10K?
Hey,
And I'm like,
Lupa's like, you
gosh.
knew, at least you knew ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, the day's coming up and, I went down to Mexico even. I told my little brother, hey, I have a race coming up, and he had a hike coming up. I'm 20 years older than him, so he had a group hike with his cadet corps, and I was like, let's go running because this is going to prepare you at least for the hiking,
Heck
that
yeah.
way you can, take yourself down, get a stick and, go.
Yeah.
But this, I was like, oh man, I don't have a 10K. I was like, man, that's 6 miles. Like, man. And I mean, I can't even say it wasn't as bad as I thought because it was challenging. It was hard.
What would you say is the hardest part?
Let me see. My first, if I go through the miles, my first mile was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going too fast right now, but I just gotta try and maintain the same pace if I can. And I just felt my body slow down. And then all these people are passing me, but all these people that were passing me were doing the 5K because they're, they can run a faster pace because their race is shorter. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, it's okay that people are passing me. I'm like, I just gotta keep going. Then I saw a few women pass me. I was like, oh man. I was like, okay, well, if I see them later, if I can catch up, that'd be nice. And then I just kept going, and every single mile I was like, man, one more mile. And then the start of the 4th mile, I'm like, oh, okay, got to do this all over again. Oh man, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Not that much further. Oh man, I haven't passed by the grocery store. That's like on the first turn. And then, okay, my watch goes off. 2 more miles to go. Okay, 2 more miles. Oh, it's going to be short. No, it's not. Just running through it in my mind, and then, okay, last mile, yes. And it's like, no, there's that hill. Oh man,
That hill. Everybody loved that hill.
I was trucking up the hill, I was thinking, if I walked up it, would I be able to go faster? Honestly, probably, but I was like, no, because I don't want to lose the momentum of just having that, the form of, running through. And then it was just like, okay, here we go. Oh, I'm almost to the end, and I couldn't even sprint. I left it all out there on the field, just try to open my stride. I'm like, if I could just open my stride, that'd be okay, because I couldn't sprint. So I left it out there. I couldn't do it.
It's funny because people probably hated me because you're talking about the hills. When we first started going to them, I try to have a positive energy or strong energy, right? So I'm going and I'm like telling Tim, because he was with me at the first couple ones. I was like, let's go. This is the fun part right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is what the fuck we're here for. And you see people going, slowing down, and I'm trying to keep the same pace. So I'm passing them, but I'm like, come on, let's go. This is the fun part. This is what we're here for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then on the second loop around, that's when people were just kind of like, damn. But some people, they did pick up the slack.
Yeah.
I told them, hey, come on, you got it, big dog. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Don't fucking stop, man. And they're like, thank you. And then they started going.
Yeah, and also shout out to the people on the sidelines with the ones that were giving out water,
the
ones that had little bells,
yep.
or just random people out there that that were cheering you on, telling you you're doing great.
Yeah, cars were honking, bro. They were like
Yeah.
waving at you, honking.
That's because you were in their way, folks.
I don't give a shit.
They didn't honk at me.
Hey man, it's all in your mindset, bro. To me, they were telling me, let's go.
Okay.
Mindset, man.
Because nobody honks for me, bro. What about you, Lupe? What was the hardest part?
The night before. Getting here.
What's up? This is tire buddy.
Shit. Well, first of all, I just like I told you, I had a fucking 16 fucking hour trip back and forth. I had a drive. Remember, I was telling you. So I got home like I don't know, it was like 7:30 at night, and I was like, shit.
Driving.
Yeah,
Because it's
driving.
different if people, you know what I mean, trip if you're driving.
Yeah,
it's-
well, yeah, I was driving. Yeah,
strain.
so I had to drive back and back and forth, and I was like, dude, it's been like I'm tired. I was like, it's a long trip, and if you ever driven, for whatever, it was like almost 1,000 miles. You're like, you get tired. So I was like, fuck, I don't want to drive. I'm like, I don't want to go. So I was like, I don't want to go. And then I know Sunshine gave us a list of stuff that we had to get. So I was like, well, shit. I'm like, well, I don't
that you were voluntold.
Yeah, I was already told. So I was like, all right. And then
He came up with that word himself.
Yeah, her and Angie ganged up on me. So they both texted me like, hey, don't forget you got to get the stuff. So I was like, man, I still got to go to the store, whatever. So then I get home, and then I was telling Angie, I was like, I don't want to go run. I was like, I don't want to go. I'm like, maybe I just don't feel like going. And then she's like, well, I already got your stuff, so you got to go. I was like, fuck.
Shouts out to
she's
her.
like, the
Hell
only thing
yeah.
I didn't get was the watermelon, so you got to go get the watermelon. So I was like, shit. I was like, well, I can't even make an excuse like, oh, I have to go shopping. I was like, it's just the watermelon. I was like, all right, cool, fine, I'll go get it. And then even as I'm going to get the watermelon, I was like, well, shit, I don't feel like running. I was like, I'm like, no, I don't want to go. I was like, I really don't. I was like, I'm tired. It's already like 9 o'clock. I'm like, I got to wake up early because you said check-in was at 6:30. I was like, I don't want to. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I still put up my alarm. Like I was going to the gym. I was like, and then I woke up. Yeah, I woke up at 4:30, and I was like, all right, cool. You texted me like, oh, are you up or something like that? I was like, dude, I've been up.
Yeah,
But
shouts
at
out to you because I honestly, I kind of doubted you a little bit because of the trip. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I don't know if he's gonna make it. He might not make it.
Yeah, I was like, nah, man. I was like, I gotta show up. I was like, when I was driving up here, I was like,
And then I was even worried too because you were taking the scenic route. You know what I mean, taking a lot of pictures. I was like, I don't even know if he's still gonna make it.
Hey,
I don't
man.
know.
Hey, man,
He
there was
might be
a-
making some cinematic video of his truck on the way up here, you know?
I would have been here like 30 minutes sooner, but yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But I was like, I gotta show up. So once I showed up here, you were like, hey, bro, here's your fucking ticket. And I was like, okay, cool. And you're like, yeah, you're doing the 10K. And I'm like, fuck, I should have stayed home. I was like, holy shit.
I came because I thought I was doing a 5.
I was like,
and now that
yeah.
you told me I'm doing a
Yeah, I was
K,
like, fuck, I
a
should have got
10K.
back. But I was like, you know what? We're here. I was like, cool, let's get it over. But yeah, just getting myself ready for, especially after a long trip, that was hard.
You think that affected like the run somewhat, maybe a little, or not? The sleep?
No, I got my I got my
Oh,
5-6
you got-
hours of sleep, so it's which is normally what I get. It was just the laziness of I gotta come over here and still run, and like who said it? It's like you gotta like you pay to run. So yeah, I was like, shit. I was like, man, I don't want to go. But I
We
had
saw
to.
you.
Yeah.
We saw you pulled over on the highway,
See?
taking pictures
See?
of your truck in the
Yeah.
sunrise, and he was just like, "Oh, that's him." I was like, "What?" And I was like, "That was him."
Yeah, that
He's
was
just
me.
like,
Yep.
I was like, "Oh my god."
Hey man, life's too short. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy what you
Enjoy the journey.
Yeah,
no,
enjoy it. Yeah, I
even
was
if it
like-
is the way up.
Yeah, because I don't know when I'm coming back. I mean,
That's
hopefully
true.
soon. But I was like, or tragic death or something, and I
that's
didn't
true.
stop by and enjoy the scenery, and the quiet, and I don't know.
And get a cool picture of your truck.
and video. I pulled out the
Oh,
drone and
my
everything, bro.
dispenser.
Yeah, I pulled out the drone and everything. Yeah.
You pulled out the drone and
I did,
everything.
yeah.
I was gonna say it jokingly, but he really did.
Yeah, I
pull
did,
out the
yeah.
drone.
You don't play, bro.
Nah, man. What you talking about?
What about you, Sabrina? What do you think is the hardest
Of
part?
the whole process.
The hardest part for you?
Probably just the actual run itself. Like every step felt hard. Like signing up was easy. You do that on your phone. It's
You
done
did
in-
it twice before, yeah.
I had practice doing that. And
You want to put a
then-
little bit closer, just to.
and then like committing to the training, that was challenging, just because you could tell yourself no easily. So I'm at home. I'm the only one that knows if I ran or not. And so if you skip a day, no big deal. And so then throwing that mix in. And so every step felt hard at first. And then, I'm a weirdo. I honestly, like, I got used to running with just select people. And then showing up here, it was like, oh, I'm going to be running with all of these people. They're going to see me. They're going to judge how I run. They're going to be like, oh,
My
she should be
breathing.
running. You already know my breathing. I
When you
didn't have
when you first
any-
started running with me, you're like, I don't breathe. I'm like, what the hell are
I
you
know.
talking about?
You're talking to me. and
You
I'm
run
like,
underwater?
No, I'm still trying to focus.
Why don't you breathe? What do you mean?
Yeah. So
Don't pass out because that's gonna make it hard
breathing
for
was
both
the
of us
hardest
to.
part after all. Yeah, but it was just getting started. It was getting all those nerves out, doing everything for the first time, and getting over like myself basically. Just get over yourself. No, and he had to tell me too. He's like, just run. Nobody cares what you're doing.
They don't.
or
They're
what you
thinking the
look
same
like.
thing.
Yeah.
Most people are thinking the same thing about themselves.
Yeah. So honestly, once we got past that freaking mountain that we had to start on, it was it wasn't as bad. It was like, I know I'm gonna finish, because if I don't, I won't hear the end of it. And that was good. That's all I had to have in my head. I mean, I did have the moments, like you said, your brain is just constantly going, I'm ready to quit. Should I go faster? Can I go slower? I walked a little longer here, so I have to pick up the speed here. And your brain is just the whole time running. So but now that it's done and over.
I think like in a world though where we give everything else our attention, that's good. You know what I mean? To be one with your brain in a way, with your mind.
Yeah.
Because we give our attention to everybody else. We're locked in on our phones all day. So you can't be locked in on your phone.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get ideas for the podcast or different ideas, or I think, or I meditate while I'm running.
Yeah,
because you're
that's
in your
true.
mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it could be a positive. You just got to learn how to control your mind.
Oh, it has definitely gotten better since
know?
the beginning of like what I would say to myself. It was mean stuff. I was like, what in the world? And so today it was just, you've ran 3 miles before, just keep going. You'll be fine. And it was I was a lot more, like I was pushing myself, but I was a lot nicer to myself, a lot more positive
Encouraging.
to myself. Yeah. Because I'll encourage people all day long from the background. You want to do this thing? Of course you can do it. It doesn't matter how big or how crazy. You've got it. Seriously. Nothing can stop you. And then when it comes to me, I'm like, Psh, I don't hear that. I know
It's
my
the total
limitations. I
opposite.
know myself. So yeah, the hardest part was just the actual starting to run, because I knew once I started, I wasn't going to stop. So that was
Hell yeah! Shouts out to you for completing the first one of many.
yeah. And for you guys pressuring me, encouraging me.
What about you, Mom? How do you feel about not having to do it? Like, cause some people would just be like, I'm not even gonna show up. I don't feel like showing up. I'm not gonna show up on the sidelines.
Oh no, it sucked. And I even thought like I was telling her, like I even thought last night about doing it, just walking it. I even thought like, what, maybe I'll be okay to just walk it. But then once I got here, I was just like, who am I kidding? Like that'd be probably the worst decision I could make, is walking it. Because then nobody's gonna pay a price when I get home and I'm laid up icing it. It's gonna be me.
Yeah.
So it was pretty messed up, but I did enjoy the fact of watching everybody encouraging and cheering everybody and taking pictures and videos. You know what I mean? From the sidelines.
Yeah, because she wasn't at the sidelines, and I remember she passed by and she's like, yeah, and I was like, oh man, I gotta look good for the video out here and shit. So I remember that, so shout out to her for being out there supporting too.
So I was out there trying to encourage. I even was telling Josh, you're gonna be right here, let me try to go up there so I can try to get them when they're going through up there on the top, and try to get pictures and encourage and try to see if I can catch anybody up there. And then I'd come back down, try to get everybody coming through down here.
Yeah. The team on the sidelines matters, man.
Yeah.
Knowing you guys were at the finish line, it was cool.
Yeah,
It was
actually,
helpful.
having you waiting for us at the end, it was nice. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I think it feels good. Because when I'm coming through and I've been there, you know what I mean? Because I know when I did my first 5K and my cousin Tim that had to leave already, he's the one, and Robert are the ones who pushed me through to the last end of it when I was tired. You know what I mean? My cousin Tim really pushed me through, like, let's go, come on, Sunshine. I'm gonna run it with you, let's go. And we did it. So I do believe, it does take team effort sometimes and encouraging each other.
Yeah, because even though you feel like you're on the sidelines, I'm not doing it. But for somebody struggling and they're battling that voice in their head, like you're boosting them up, you're charging them up real quick, like boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've been there before where somebody tells you something and it's just like, damn, I don't know what happened, but you just feel better. You just, okay, I got this.
Yeah,
Somebody's running
like
with
a
their
switch goes on. It's
Yeah,
like,
you're running with
right.
your head down, you're struggling, you're dragging your feet, and then somebody might tell you something, somebody might pull up next to you, and it's like, okay, we got this. You're not doing it alone, and or somebody believes in you, somebody's boosting you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like energy's contagious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I try to tell people. Like,
Yeah.
let's fucking go.
So shout out to Mama Sherry also bringing us a little spread here and fueling us up after
Yeah, definitely.
helping us out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna mention that my accountability partner, sometimes he was like, okay, I'm gonna go on a run today. I'm like, I have to go on a run too, because I know if he's gonna do it and I got it, it's a 10K. To me, that's a lot. 6 miles is a lot. And in the elevation and everything, but I thank you for being my accountability partner. And then what you said, Sabrina, that when you're like, oh, thinking like people are gonna be looking at me, people are gonna, be judging me the way I run and stuff. I was thinking that some of the people that were out there, they were also thinking that, but it doesn't matter. And the other day I was playing a Spice Girl song. And I was just like, I have a song stuck in my head, and it goes, come on and do it. It's not how you look, it's just how you feel. Come on and do it. You got to make it real. Come on and do it. You got to free what's in your soul. You got to get it right this time. Come on, freak out, lose control. And I'm like, I gotta go.
That's your jam right there.
Yeah, but I was thinking that because
On repeat.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and I was thinking that when I was playing, I was just like, I hope people at the race don't, feel like that, because it's a real feeling where it's just like people are looking at me the way I'm running. Like,
I think most people are gonna
I
feel
think
like that,
that's
even
normal,
like in the gym. You know what I mean? It's like,
That happens to me a lot because it's very intimidating when you come and then you see a lot of people that does this a lot.
that are more like
Yeah,
compared to the way you are, the way you feel, they're like more fit, more toned,
They're fit,
more active,
yeah.
more physical, and you're like, damn, okay, well, nah, I don't look like that, and I don't walk.
I ain't
like
on that level.
I ain't on that. You're on a whole nother level right
Yeah.
now. So it does come up. I think that's normal, though. I think that's everybody on some level.
Yeah.
but in reality, they're not looking at you. They're trying to get through the race.
Yeah.
And you might see like, oh yeah, I saw this guy. Let me try kind of doing that, kind of running like that. Maybe that'll help me. No, that doesn't work, because sometimes you can steal other people's form or
Techniques, yeah.
mimic them, and it might work for you, and you'll just do better.
Yeah. No, everybody was great today. Everybody that was running near me, past me, around me, everybody was great. They were either tired and in their zone, or they were like, hey, because I had one lady run with me. There was a shady spot that was kind of flat just after that big, deep incline. And she came up and she's like, oh, okay, it's the straight and it's shady. This is probably the best spot we're going to get to make up time. And I hit her up after the race like, hey, thanks for just kind of chiming in. That was kind of cool. And she was like, yeah, she goes, it was for both of us in that area. She goes, I was for sure telling myself too, but out loud because we were next to each other. And it was nice to have that. Everybody that I ran by, they were cool. Nobody made you feel like, oh, you're in my way, you're running too slow or anything like that. Even when the 10Ks passed me, a little guy on the Ranger bike, and he's like, move over, the 10K people are coming. And I was like, oh, sorry, I'm just the little people. But not to me, it was like to the group. And it was just out of a courtesy to let them get their lane. And even they were great. They were cheering on the 5K people that were running as they passed us. And so all of those fears and those blocks that you put on yourself before you're about to do something, I mean, after you do them, you realize 90, if not 100% of them are just you made them up, and they're not even real. They're irrational. Nobody does that to you. So it was really cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Bro,
crazy.
my headphones died.
Huh?
I forgot to tell you, my headphones died.
Did they?
I was fucking laughing
Same
too.
happened with you.
So I thought about was, fuck.
You didn't put the music on your phone?
Nah, I was too busy trying to focus.
Oh, because Tim had the speaker. We're both running. Then I lost Tim, so I was running with no music too.
Yeah, no, I was running. I was like, cool, okay, fine, whatever. And all of a sudden it's like, doo-doo, and just dies. And I'm like, are you fucking serious?
That sucks.
That died, and then I'm like, I'm running by myself.
Didn't I tell you though about
But
the
then
whole?
that's what I thought, and I was like, oh, well, fucking, I'm already here, I guess. So it was just like, I should have had her singing because I could have, bro.
You should've kept up to
I
her.
had nothing, bro. I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go. And then you're running by yourself, like for a cool like segment. I was running by myself, like with nobody.
That's the toughest.
I was like,
That's
oh
the-
fuck. I was like,
the
cool.
hardest, probably, yeah.
But I was like, I run all the time by myself. There's no difference. Just I know that there's other people out there running right now. But I was like, fuck it, we're already here. So yeah, but my headphones did die. So I thought you'd get a kick out of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used no headphones, no music, no nothing. I was just enjoying the
You
scene.
even made a buddy on there too, no?
Yeah, throughout the whole run, we just we stuck together.
That's how it is sometimes,
It was
yeah.
not intentional or nothing, but I would pass in, then I'll slow down, then he would pass me in, and we were just doing that same
You
thing.
find people that are at a similar pace, so you kind of like, okay, I'm gonna stick with them, or I'm gonna try to beat them,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean?
And when we did the first half, the first 3 miles, he's like, and I was clapping my hands. I was trying to hype myself up, and then he's like, "You got this, bro." He's like, "You got this." He's like, we've been keeping a good steady pace." He's like, "We got this." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then we stuck together the whole time. And he's a rock climber. I mean, we're like chit chatting. I'm like, "This is pretty cool." And then on the last little hill, by the school, I noticed he slowed down. he slowed down, and I was like, I'm gonna push through. I gotta win. Like, you know, I gotta push through. And I'm like, ooh, ooh. And then I used your technique, the little floppy hands, the little swimming, and that was working. And I was like, this is crazy, like technique, you know what I mean, or different forms that you can use, steal from people or borrow from people. But I was like, I'm using my feet. I'm also using kind of my hands to kind of like a swimming mode, and like you're pushing through. So yeah, man, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I think we should definitely all sign up. I'll commit to signing up for whatever next one. Let's pick a next one.
Hell
Maybe,
yeah.
you know, a couple months, a month or two.
One that's a 5 and one that's a 10
yeah.
too.
That way
So
we
it's
can
not
all
just
get
the
in.
10, yeah.
And obviously, the faster we take action, the lower the prices, right? So,
Well, not just that too, but the more we're like inclined to stick with it.
Right.
Because then weeks pass and we stop.
yeah.
You gotta start all fucking over again.
Right.
The hardest part is starting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like after like me and Sabrina talked about, we're gonna keep running. We're gonna keep doing our once a week. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
Yep.
you already have it. You got to keep it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's why when I left, it was like next week. I know we don't have anything to train for right now, like in the books, but I don't, like you said, I don't want to have to stop and then pick it back
Start
up
all
again.
over.
And you know, another thing is like these medals are cool and everything, but we shouldn't just do it for the medals. You know what I mean? We should do it for our own inner self, or for your own, self-confidence. You know what I mean?
To break down those mental barriers, like she was saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
So
self-achievement.
yeah, give yourself your own medals. You know what I mean? At home, reward yourself. Find a way to reward yourself somehow. You know what I mean?
I appreciate all of you guys being here. I felt really good. I was just like, hey, we're going to have a team. I was like, that's really cool. I was just like, I wanted to like, hey, let's huddle. Let's do this. And I didn't want to be like forceful. But I'm like, no. We all got the same shirts or, you know, mostly. And I was just like, let's huddle up and feel
Yeah,
like
mostly.
What?
and feel like a team because we are. And I was right after I was done, I like went to the table and went like, and I'm like, okay, I got to go find whoever else. And then I saw you two at the top coming down, and I was like, oh, okay, good. And then I was looking for, I think your cousin,
Tim.
Yeah, and then so I was waiting for him, but he was wearing a different shirt, and so he was already on the other side of the track going, and I was like, oh, okay, dang. And then they all came down and we're kind of jogging around, and then I saw you running in with him.
My hero. That was my hero right there.
Yeah. So I mean,
Well, because I know how it is out there, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know how it is out there when you ain't got nobody. You're already at the end. You feel like you're gassed out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, bro? That's like the hardest right there, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, that's tough. So I was like, fuck that. I still got the energy. I'm going to go back. And you had me worried because I had to go kind of like, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, I hope he didn't get hurt or something. But I had to go back. I was like, and I'm going to fucking give him some energy. I'm going to boost him up. I'm going to charge him up, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I saw you, flipped you off. It charged me right up.
But I appreciate the everyone being there. We all had a place to go. You guys set it up, and you know, I'm very grateful to have met you guys that I haven't met, and you ladies that I haven't met, and just for this experience, and just to kind of recharge me to start to do these again, because running is just going forward, but it's challenging. So thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming too. Thanks for, you know what I mean, being here, being a part of the podcast too, sharing everything with everybody.
Thanks for putting us on the map. I was
Putting
about to
us on
say,
the
yeah.
map. Hell yeah.
Yeah, nice little reset to come back and just get first place like that, huh? Like you never left. Okay.
It was hard.
But yeah, man, like she said, I appreciate every single one of you guys. You know, you can only go so far alone, but when you're together, like you can reach, you know, further limits. And the words of encouragement and just, you know, the accountability that goes a long way. So and just seeing this grow, seeing that we are somehow making an impact. You know, maybe it's small, but we're definitely helping, you know, little by little along the way. And like you said, you're gonna grab some people. Now it's like a pyramid scheme. Now you got to get 5 people. You got to get 5 people. So it's amazing. You know what I mean? So yeah, forget being average. You know, always have that mindset of being a savage, and no matter what you do, you know, because you can accomplish. You know, if you can think it, you can make it happen. So. Yeah, big shout outs to everyone, man.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, we would love to stay. We got to go handle some business around the area.
For sure.
But I'll be seeing you guys around, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate for staying doing the podcast too, and we're gonna wrap it up too. And
For sure.
Don's too. But hell yeah, thank you.
It's dead. It died.
Did it?
No, I'm just fucking.
What were you gonna ask? Bring up my bad.
Oh, your mom's trying to put me on blast for being dumb because
But
I
put
wasn't
the-
It
prepared.
was not being
Oh no,
dumb.
not for this. It's just so I'm
Put
running.
the mic so yeah.
Well, I'm running my version of running, and I didn't have my headphones prepped. I didn't log into my music or anything. And I remember we were talking about like
relate.
pick a song that you can run in step to. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And then so I waited until we started to like look for my music.
Well, it's because before you know it, we're started. No.
Oh yeah.
It's like-
well, even though they warned us.
Yeah,
And
we're
then-
not paying attention.
No, for sure. And so then I was running and then I hit the 1 mile marker. And so I was like, okay, I just want to check and see like my time so I can make sure I'm keeping a good pace because there's not clocks along the way. So I pull my phone out and put my headphones away. I'm doing the little shuffle. I text Josh, hey, I got a mile in. Put my phone back in. I'm running. And then I don't remember. Oh, I remembered that I brought my driver's license because I thought we needed it to check in. And I had just slid it in my pants and forgot about it. And so I was like, dang it, that's the pocket I keep my phone in. I'm thinking all this while I'm running. And then so I felt and I went, oh shoot, I don't have my license. So I freaking had to turn around and run back up the trail and go find my ID. So when I crossed the line.
No, you didn't have to do that. You could have kept going.
Oh, heck no.
And you could have wrapped around and did 10K.
Yeah.
Like you said you were.
That
And
was
you could
my
have.
setup.
Maybe that was something telling you, hey, go back around a little bit. You know
Maybe
what I
I just
mean?
want to circle back.
Yeah.
Heck no. I don't want nobody seeing the ID with my real weight on it. So when I crossed the finish line, I was like, I saw the time and I had a mental time in my head. And I saw that I was like 2 minutes and some time past it.
Oh,
and
shit.
I was like, okay, I probably wouldn't have hit my time anyways, but how much closer would I have been if it wouldn't have been for that stupid thing? And then, like, that's my luck. But it was just dumb. Just so stupid. So be prepared. Next, that's what I'm going to say. Be prepared. Have the music on. Have nothing in your pockets.
Yeah.
And just, you know.
But you
I
still
guess
did a
next
good-
time if I drop it, run
you still-
10K.
You still did a good job, a good time, even if you had to go back, right?
Yeah, so it wasn't
For
far
being your
off.
first time,
yeah,
yeah.
like for me, like because I know some people hear, oh, this is what you finished in, and but now that I know what my pace is, so I was like, I just got to be under 45. Like that was my thing, under 45, and I'm cool, and I know I'm gonna beat the next one, and so I was like 47, I think, when I crossed, and so that was just kind of a little kick in my own
You probably
butt.
would have beat it.
Maybe
You probably would have beat it, or if not, matched it.
And you know what? When I went, when I circled back, I could have chosen to run faster or for a longer distance for the rest of the race. You know, there could have been a time where I told myself, "You got to make up that time that you circled back to go."
It's real hard to
mess
make up your
around."
time, though.
It's
Hard to make it up. It's
yeah.
we remember we in our runs on
Yeah.
before this,
Yeah.
like you see like a 30-second difference on your time, and it's like you feel that though.
Yeah, and I felt like I was running so much more. How did I only get 30 seconds better or 45 seconds better or whatever?
That
So,
matters, huh?
man, it's crazy. So,
Funny
but
'cause
it's
I was
cool.
carrying my ID too.
You were carrying your ID too.
But mine was in case I died and then he identified me. And whatnot. Bro, I
So
swear.
be prepared. So be prepared.
Maybe that's what I was doing.
Because he was making fun of me because like, oh, you have your little armband thing on. Because remember I was carrying my phone on it.
You had your knees wrapped
Oh,
up. You
I
had your
know.
arm. You look
Same.
like Iron Man, bro.
Same.
Hey, bro, I was ready. I didn't come to play, bro. No, I had my ID in there and I had my phone in there and I was like, cool, in case I passed out, they can identify me, know who to call. Had Robert's number right there written down. Call this guy. That was good.
Emergency
Yeah, he's the local
contact.
person right here.
You
So
gotta call me. I'll go look for you, dog.
Oh yeah, he came driving up the highway to death, or what was it?
I would have.
Highway to that.
Highway to death.
Hey, man. But yeah, not for real. I did have my ID.
So
You
what's
weren't the
up?
only one.
You gonna do another one though? Another
Yes,
run?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It didn't change from 10 minutes ago.
My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. Got you.
Okay. So
It was good. It was a nice day. Good runs.
Yeah.
what do you got to say to anybody out there what do you guys got to say to anybody out there that is thinking about it or thinks that they can do it?
That
Or
they can
Do it.
Yeah, that they can't.
I
Because I think we've all been there where it's like, I can't do that.
Yeah, but I think it's what's intimidating is when people hear run. It's intimidating
It's
when
like a
people
jog,
see
yeah.
run. When realistically, honestly, you can go at your own pace, walk, run, jog, sprint, whatever it is, just start to finish.
Yeah, because people have told me you have to run the whole thing. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
they don't make you do anything. I mean, it's at your.
But people
what your
don't
body
know
can
that.
do.
Yeah, people don't know that who've never done it. You just see run and you're like, oh no, I don't run. I'm not a runner. Like, no, that's intimidating. I can't do that because that's what I thought. I'm like, no, there's no way I'm not gonna be able to run that. You know, but then you get there and you're like, oh, okay, I could walk it, like, or power walk it. You know what I mean? Or jog it, whatever, you, as long as you go from start to finish.
Whatever your pace is.
Yeah, whatever your pace is. You can't compare yourself to somebody else because they're on a different level.
Yeah.
You're going to set yourself up for failure every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, I think that's it, no? You guys got anything else you guys want to
No.
tell?
I like
it?
the medals. Just saying. I know more. It's
Move.
I know when he said don't do it for
Yeah.
the medal, I was low key like,
You're not
even
the
if
mic.
you just sign up for
mic.
even if you just sign up for the medal, sign up for the medal.
I like.
It's okay.
No, it's like, because I know what he's like. Oh, the medals don't matter.
He's gonna see it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But but I was like, I mean, they don't. He's right, they don't.
Right.
But it's cool to have a good what is it? What do you call them? Like
Memorabilia?
a memoir of it or
Yeah, like,
whatever.
I did
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's look at. I mean, I thought it's cool. So I was like,
A
oh.
good achievement
Yeah.
to have, to remind
So-
yourself.
And that's
you did
just
that.
one, and then go get another one. Go get another
Yeah,
one.
it's just
Stack
like
'em
that.
up.
That's what I was looking at. I was like, it's actually pretty cool. I mean, it's not first place, but shit, we finished. So
yeah.
Yeah.
You finished.
yeah. So
And 10K.
yeah. And 10K.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Baller
I
I knew.
talking
I knew before you knew.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I knew it was gonna be a 10K before you knew it was gonna be a 10K.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay.
But all right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I hope this video comes out good because my battery was kind of low. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank everybody for showing up. Sabrina, you know what I mean? My mom, me, Lupe right here, Josh behind the cameraman, director.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Tracy for putting us on the map. Right, Lupe?
Yeah, for sure.
Martin, Tim, everybody. You know what I mean? And yeah, you guys go get out there, break those limiting beliefs. You know, like if you could think it is possible, you got to start somewhere. You got to take a step. Like a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So you got to get off your ass and go do it. You know what I mean? But you guys stay savage and get after it. Peace.
Peace.